The Little Bridge Builder. In a quiet valley village, where a clear stream split the land in two, lived an old carpenter named Eldrin. His hands trembled with age, but his heart was steady and gentle. Every spring, without being asked, he would gather old wooden planks and rusted nails and begin building a small wooden bridge across the narrow stream. Villagers passing by would chuckle. "Eldrin, why build a bridge no one uses? There's nothing on the other side anyway." But Eldrin only smiled softly and continued hammering. And every time, he whispered the same quiet answer. "One day, someone will need it." No one understood why he built it again and again. What they didn't know was this. 20 years ago, on a stormy night, Eldrin's own son had tried to cross that very stream. The water had risen without warning. There was no bridge, and Eldrin never saw his boy again. So he built a new bridge every year, not for money, not for praise, but so no one else would ever face the night he once lived through. Life went on. The sky stayed blue, the stream stayed calm, and people forgot the bridge existed. Until one year, the sky changed. At first, it was just clouds, gray, heavy, unusual. Then came the rain, the kind that whispers danger long before it screams it. Still, everyone assumed it would pass. But that night, the valley was hit by the worst storm in 50 years. The stream turned violent, swelling into a roaring river. It swallowed the main road, tore through fences, and cut the village off from every escape route. Families panicked, children cried, people searched desperately for a way to reach higher ground. Then someone shouted through the chaos, "The bridge! Eldrin's little bridge is still there!" Torches flickered through the storm as the entire village followed the old man toward the stream. And there it stood, shaking, bending, groaning against the force of the flood, but still holding. Eldrin raised his voice, louder than anyone had ever heard him. "Cross now! Don't look back! Go!" One by one, mothers carrying babies, elders leaning on canes, terrified children clutching their parents, stepped onto the narrow bridge. The storm howled, the wooden boards creaked, but every nail that Eldrin had hammered, every board placed with trembling hands yet unwavering love, kept the bridge standing long enough for the entire village to cross. When the last person stepped safely onto the other side, the storm finally began to fade. The villagers turned to Eldrin, soaked and breathless. For the first time, they saw the bridge not as scraps of wood, but as a lifeline built by a man who had carried a quiet sorrow for decades. The village chief approached him with tears in his eyes. "Eldrin, why did you build this every year? Why keep fixing something no one cared about?" The old man looked down at his wrinkled hands and answered in a trembling voice, "Because I lost someone once, and I swore no one else would face the night I once lived through. Some bridges are built for feet, others are built for hearts." Silence fell. Not one person could find words big enough for what he had done. When the storm finally passed, the villagers came together. They rebuilt the bridge, stronger, wider, safer. And at the entrance, they placed a carved wooden sign. Eldrin's Crossing, a bridge built from love. When they thanked him, Eldrin only smiled and said, "Most people wait for a miracle, but miracles come sooner when you build them yourself." And from that day on, the villagers walked across Eldrin's bridge with gratitude, knowing that the smallest, quietest acts done with love no one sees can one day save an entire world.